I'm so freaking excited for the new Marvel Infinity Wars coming out.
That new one with, like, Iron Man and stuff?
Yeah, but it doesn't just have Iron Man in it. Also has, like, the Hulk. We should go see it.
I'm down. I mean, I've never seen a single Marvel movie before, but it looks cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be like one of the coolest... Wait, what?
What?
You've never seen a single Marvel movie in your entire life. Like, none of them. How? What the heck?
I don't know.
Are you okay?
I mean, yeah, I think so. I do have this rash down in my...
You can't see this movie with me.
Wait, what the frick? Why not?
You won't understand anything.
So what?
So what? You expect me to go see probably what's going to be one of the greatest movies ever made from one of the greatest franchises ever made? With you? Someone who has never seen a single one of the movies in said franchise? I don't know why I rhymed in the beginning of that sentence.
I mean, yeah.
No, not gonna happen.
Come on, who cares, really? Isn't going to see a movie not really about the movie itself, but more about the experience?
I'd rather die.
Fine, I'll go watch the damn movies.
Nope, can't do that.
Why not?
There's no time.
I have plenty of...
There's no time. Now sit. And let me weave you a tale.
I don't really think I need a fursuit.
So in like 2008, Marvel decided to make a movie called Iron Man, which was dope, and basically innovated the way superhero movies were going to be made.
Wait. There's gonna be, like, confusing timelines and junk, is there?
Okay, yes, but, like, the timeline's a bit confusing to explain, and there's these things called phases. You know, we don't have to worry about. Basically, what happened was there was this really rich and smart dude named Tony Stark who created weapons for the military. He was on his way to show off his new Jericho missile when all of a sudden he was ambushed by a bunch of jerks. He got blowed up by his own missile, and then he got captured, but was also, like, dying, and this random doctor had to put a magnet inside of his chest to keep the metal that was inside of his body from reaching his heart. And no, it's not a replacement heart. I thought it was too when I first saw the movie. Do you have any idea how hard a heart transplant would be in their circumstances? It'd be so unrealistic. Anyways, while imprisoned, he built a metal suit to help him escape that set everything on fire. Eventually, Tony makes a new version of that suit and starts flying around being all awesome and crap. But then his partner, who he was working with, he was all jealous and makes a bigger version of Tony's suit. And then they start fighting. And then Tony decided to do what any superhero would do in this situation. Blew the bad guy up into a million pieces, brutally murdering him. Okay, he didn't really blow him up, but he did electrocute the crap out of him. Movie ends with him making out with his secretary and also being like, oh yeah, by the way, world, I am Iron Man. Come at me. After the credits, your boy Samuel L. Jackson invites Tony to be part of a team, which sounds ominous, but that comes later. The Incredible Hulk, probably one of the strongest, coolest, and most badass character in the Marvel Universe, who also can't control his powers and is like, super dangerous. Anyway, so basically, this dude named Bruce Banner, a really smart dude, was trying to recreate this experiment that took place in World War II that made peeps turn into super soldiers, while also making them immune to gamma radiation. Well, he f***ed that up because he's a huge fucking idiot. Like, literally, he can now change into a very giant, unstable, angry green version of himself, but he's also, like, super cool. The problem was, these other dudes, Blonsky and Lieutenant Ross, realized how cool he was and was like, we need him as a super weapon for the military. So the Hulk went into hiding, until he was found by accidentally cutting his finger and dropping some blood into a bottle at a bottle factory that he was working for pesos. It killed an old man. Blonsky takes some steroids and tries to fight the Hulk at some university, but gets his ass beat because the Hulk is just too cool. And Blonsky was like, frick, he's too cool. Give me his blood. And injects Hulk's blood into himself, causing him to not only become super freaking cool, but an abomination. That's his name. His name is Abomination. They meet up and start fighting to see who is cooler and has the bigger penis and start duking it out. And Hulk starts realizing that their fighting is about to get his girl killed. So he gets up, saves her ass, and lets the Abomination know he got to first base. Hulk! Smash! That's what first base means, right? Movie ends, and after the credits, your boy Tony Stark is now asking Brucey Boy if he wants to be part of his team. Next is Iron Man 2. Nothing to really add here. Stark gets cooler gadgets, gets drunk a lot, they introduce War Machine, fights a dude with electric whips, and boom! Iron Man made a new element. Also, he doesn't need his chest magnet anymore to live. He just has it there for, like, decoration, I think.
Wait. Hold on. Iron Man made a new element?
Yes. Thor! Definitely as cool, if not more cool than the Hulk. He's a Norse god who has the power of thunder, himself, and anime on his side. One of the strongest and most powerful superheroes in all of Marvel history, had probably one of the more boring movies. I mean, he comes to Earth to get his hammer that only the worthy can hold, meets a girl, fights with his adopted brother Loki, makes out with previously mentioned girl, and gets his hammer. He becomes worthy. It wasn't the best, and the only thing you need to know is after the credits, it showed the dad of the girl, who was a scientist, talk to our boy LJ, aka Nick Fury, who asked him to study a mysterious Rubik's Cube from space. Do you like America, buddy? Then meet Captain America, the first Avenger. So remember that experiment I told you about that Hulk tried to recreate? That's this dude, Steve Rogers. The year was World War II times, and Stevie Boy decided he wanted to be a hero, so he joined the military. Problem was, he was weak as crap and probably dying. So he begins training for this other program in the military called the Super Soldier Program. It was his only shot at joining the military. Frick it, said Chester Phillips, after seeing how serious Steve was, and decides to inject him with a crap ton of steroids. He goes through his own adventure trying to get that alien cube we talked about before, now called the Tesseract, while also fighting a group of ding-dongs called Hydra, and their leader whose head is literally a red skull.
What? What's his name?
Red Skull.
Yeah, the Red Skull guy. What's his name?
We don't have time for this. Cap then gets a shield made from a very rare and indestructible metal called vibranium, beats Red Skull, and kamikazes into the Arctic. Also, he lost the Tesseract, though that's a thing. But no, he didn't die. He was thawed out years later, during the present day, to meet our boy Nicky, who asked him if he wants to join the team. Speaking of that team, boom! It's a movie now. And they call themselves the Avengers. So you know how I said that Thor was fighting his adopted brother Loki in his movie? Well, Loki's back and he's like super salty. So he goes off and meets this dude named the Other, who was the leader of an alien race called the Chitauri, and promises them he could get them the Tesseract if they help a brother out, if you know what I mean. Invading Earth. Loki wanted them to invade Earth. So Nick Fury accidentally activates the Tesseract, creating a portal to Earth, where Loki arrives and then gets captured right away. Captain America and Tony begin transporting Loki to a cell, and all of a sudden Thor shows up and is like, "Hey, that's my brother. Only I could beat him up and imprison him." And then Thor tries to hit Captain America with his hammer, but Captain America was like, "Blocked! Vibranium! Bitch!" They all make up and transport Loki to a ship where Loki tricks Thor into his prison cell, escapes, and then blows everything up. That causes Bruce Banner to turn into the Hulk, so Thor goes after him and is like, "Hulk, stop it, no, stop it, no, stop, no." Loki then opens a portal for the invaders to come out, and the Avengers go into action. At one point, Bruce Banner has like the coolest freaking moment in the world, where Captain America is like, "You should get angry, lol." And Bruce turns around, looks him dead in the eye with the most serious face you've ever seen, and just goes, "F*** you," and then punches a giant alien worm in the freaking face. The government shoots a nuke at the city, so Tony redirects it in the correct area where it should have been shot, into the giant wormhole where the aliens were coming out of, blowing all their shit up, and thus, they win. The aliens, on the other hand, were not too happy about this, because they were all dead. Credits roll and they introduce a purple dude named Thanos. Purple. Remember that. Oh yeah, they also introduced these two other characters, Agent Romanoff, aka Black Widow, and Hawkeye, whatever his real name is. They don't really have powers. Hawkeye can shoot bows really well, and was mind-controlled throughout half of the movie. Black Widow is just a total badass. And, well, she's super hot.
Dude, the movie is starting in a couple days. Can you speed this up?
Okay, wait, I'll do that, but at the same time, I'm gonna explain something really quick. So in this universe, there are 6 Infinity Stones that have like a crap ton of power. So far, we've seen 2, the first one being the Tesseract, which is also known as the Space Stone, and the second stone, well, it's more of a liquid. It's called the Aether, also known as the Reality Stone, and that one was introduced in Thor 2. And that's all you need to really know about Thor 2. Nothing really important happened in that one. Thor's mom died. Then there was Iron Man 3, which was a filler movie. Captain America Winter Soldier, pretty awesome, but another filler movie. But they do introduce 2 new characters, Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, and Sam Wilson, aka Falcon, a dude with metal wings that help him fly, aka a more complicated than it needs to be jetpack. Okay, wait, we got Guardians of the Galaxy. This one I do want you to watch. It's hilarious, and it's just a really fun movie in space. Basically, it's an introduction to even more characters, which is Star-Lord, Groot, Gamora, Rocket Raccoon, and Drax the Destroyer. And despite his name, he's a sweetheart. It also shows us a little more about that Thanos guy, who is now for some reason blue, and that he's after the Infinity Stones. Also in this movie, the 3rd Infinity Stone is introduced, and at one point, the guy working for Thanos, who was sent to retrieve the stone, ends up getting the stone, but then calls up Thanos and is like, "Yo, I'ma kill you. LOL, XD, winky face." But then he gets his ass beat by the Guardians, which, guys, you should've just waited until he killed Thanos. It done goofed. After this one, there's... Okay, wait, stop the video. So it turns out I Forgot a Movie. It comes right after Guardians of the Galaxy 1, which is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. So... what I'll say is a great movie. It's another filler movie, though, but at the same time, I didn't forget it in the video. Okay, bye. Avengers 2, Age of Ultron, which is such a cool movie. So in the beginning, the Avengers infiltrate Hydra's lair to get Loki's scepter, which, how the heck did Hydra get it? The scepter was being used to experiment on peeps. Oh yeah, did I ever mention that Loki's scepter has, like, the Infinity Stone on it? Well, it's the fourth one. This movie introduces the characters Pietro. Is that how you say it? Pietro? Pietro. AKA Quicksilver, a super fast dude. And also the Scarlet Witch, which I think, AKA Wanda Maximoff. Yeah, Google says it's her name. Blah, blah, blah.
Tell me about it.
That's not what I wanted. Who can manipulate minds and project energy. Stark and Banner start to study Loki's scepter and discover an artificial intelligence within it. His name is Ultron. Ultron wakes up next to Jarvis, Tony Stark's artificial intelligent helper person he made, and is like, "Ugh, who am I? Who are you? You don't know me. Frick you!" And then kills Jarvis. And somehow thinks that in order to save the Earth, he needs to destroy all of humanity. You know, the typical robot overlord stuff. He attempts to attack the Avengers while they were chilling, and while Thor was contemplating why the frick Captain America was able to move his hammer, Ultron gets his crap kicked in and leaves, but manages to steal the scepter. So he uses that to make like an army of himself while also making himself a cooler body. Problem was, it wasn't cool enough, so he asked the Maximoffs to help him get that rare metal vibranium from this dude named Claw. The Avengers find them and Iron Man pops in like, "Yo son, stop being a little bitch. You can't tell me what to do, you're not my real dad." And then Wanda makes everyone see visions. That like pisses off the Hulk, which causes him to go attack a city. I don't know what he saw, but jeez, scrap got real. Iron Man showed up and was like, "You think you're tough, big guy? Well, watch this!" And turned into an Iron Man version of the Hulk. They call it the Hulk Buster. They fought it out and it was dope. Like seriously, YouTube the fight, Iron Man hits Hulk with like a freaking building. Kind of. Oh, side plot. The Hulk and Black Widow have crushes on each other. At one point, our boy Nikki comes over and is like, "I have had it with these monkey-fighting robots in this Monday through Friday town." So here's a plan to be Ultron. And Ultron thought that the best way to destroy all of humanity was to pick up an entire city and drop it. Ultron, in the meantime, was still working on his new synthetic body while also accidentally spilling the beans about his plans to destroy humanity to the Maximoffs. Wait, you want to destroy the Earth? Nah, we're good. So they dished him. The f***. Also, the Avengers steal his synthetic body. The f***. Tony, Bruce, and Thor end up putting Jarvis inside of that new synthetic body, introducing the newest Avenger, Vision, who they named after Thor having a vision. Oh, also Vision has the Infinity Stone number 4 from Loki's staff on his forehead now. Ultron actually begins to lift the city to destroy life, but of course the Avengers are there to stop him. For reasons, and I don't know why or how, but Patriot, a dude who's supposed to be like one of the fastest in the Marvel universe, isn't faster than bullets and sacrifices himself to shield Hawkeye from getting shot. But also at like the same time, the bullets were huge and had exit wounds. So how the frick did Hawkeye not die too?
Adam, you're getting off topic.
They stop Ultron and save the day. The Hulk also decides that, "Ah crap, I'm pretty dangerous." Steals the ship and flies away. Credits roll, and midway through the credits, you see Thanos, now even more blue. What the heck is up with that? Who has created this pretty cool looking gauntlet that has 6 suspicious looking slots on it. Next movie is Ant-Man. Nothing too special about this movie. Definitely just an introduction to Scott Lang, aka Ant-Man. You can turn really small and like punch people. It didn't really leave a very big impact. Captain America Civil War. We're almost done here, I swear. Now this is where we part ways and choose side. And no, you can't choose my side. And double no, I won't tell you what side that is. So it starts off with a flashback of Bucky brutally murdering 2 old people. And then jumps to present day where it shows the Scarlet Witch accidentally throwing a suicide bomber's exploding body into a crap ton of innocent people. He was trying to steal a bioweapon. After that, the government tells them that they gotta stop doing that crap and blames them for a ton of deaths. Specifically ones during the Loki invasion, which can I just say, the government sent a nuke to kill everyone and anything there. Tony ended up saving millions by redirecting it to the correct target, which was the big giant wormhole in the sky. And weirdly enough, Tony is like, yeah, no, guys, we gotta stop doing this crap. At one point, the unions were having a discussion about them doing that crap, and someone ended up blowing up the king of Wakanda, T'Chaka. That was the new character that they introduced, Dad, who was T'Challa, aka Black Panther. The blame was put on Bucky the Winter Soldier, and Captain America was like, hey, I know that guy. I'm gonna go capture him and talk to him. Oh, also the real killer is actually this dude named Helma Despacito. Bucky gets captured by Captain America, and Captain America was like, Bucky, the fuck, man? Wasn't me. Oh, dope. Captain teams up with Bucky and forms a team of his own, basically people who didn't want to stop doing the crap they were doing, and also wanting to help out Bucky, who was actually innocent. Team consisted of Hawkeye, Falcon, Scarlet Witch, Bucky, and out of nowhere, Ant-Man. They try to escape, but are intercepted by Tony's team, which consisted of Vision, War Machine, Black Panther, Romanoff, and out of nowhere, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man? How?
Dude, I have no idea. Disney might have worked a deal out with Sony or something, but I don't know, I love it. They begin fighting at an airport, and it was freaking awesome. Spider-Man steals Captain America's shield, Ant-Man turns into freaking Elephant Man, and War Machine got shot by Vision in the air, fell to his doom, and broke his spine. Oh yeah, War Machine almost freaking died, and is now paralyzed from the waist down.
Jeez.
Anyways, Captain America and Bucky escape, everyone else is apprehended, and Iron Man goes to chase down Bucky and Cap after learning Bucky was actually innocent. They meet up, team up, and all track down that one guy who actually did blow up Black Panther's dad. But the dude plays a tape.
A tape?
Yeah, like a surveillance tape. You know how I said it started off with a flashback of Bucky brutally murdering two old people?
Yeah.
Those were Iron Man's parents.
What?
I know.
What?
It's freaking
Jesus,
crazy. I don't
frick.
even know, man. The thing is, though, Bucky is a brainwashed soldier, so he had no control over his actions, and sadly regrets doing it. He's actually stated that he remembers every person he kills, which, Jesus, that must suck. Stark rightfully gets mad and starts to try to beat the crap out of Bucky and Captain America, totally kicking their butts. At one point, Tony got dust in his eye, and Bucky starts to get the upper hand. But Tony wiped his eyes, held in there, stood strong, and disintegrated Bucky's arm. It was metal. Iron Man then starts fighting Cap again, and they have this dope as frick hammer shot of Tony blasting Cap's shield as an ode to the original comics. And then Iron Man gets more dust in his eye, and Captain America stabs him in the heart. His suit's hard. You know, the thing that powers the suit, he destroyed it so Tony couldn't move. After that, Cap leaves with Bucky and just leaves Tony on the floor. Oh yeah, Black Panther was stalking them the entire time and was like, all right, while you guys fight, I am going to go get the bad guy. Movie ends, and after the credits, we see that Cap is now hanging out with Black Panther in his home territory, Wakanda. That place, it looks pretty cool.
Seriously, man, though, you gotta speed this up. The movie...
I know, it starts in a couple days. Hold up, let me... next was Doctor Strange. The only thing that happened in that movie was they introduced the next character, Doctor Strange, and what looks like to be, and what I'm 90% sure is, the Time Stone? That's the 5th Infinity Stone, I think. Then there was Spider-Man Homecoming, an awesome movie about Spider-Man versus the Vulture, which also let you get to know the new Peter Parker, who is a lot younger than your traditional Peter. And I think he might be a combination of Peter Parker and Miles Morales. So... that's pretty cool. Miles Morales is another Spider-Man from a different universe in the comics. And then there was Thor Ragnarok, which is by far my favorite Marvel movie yet because of how awesome and funny it was. The movie was 80% improv, and I love that you can just tell they had so much fun making it. In it, they just explained where Thor and Hulk were during Civil War, which they were on a completely different planet light years away from Earth. Just go watch it, trust me, it's great. And finally, there was Black Panther, a freaking awesome movie letting you get to know more about Black Panther and where he comes from. It also lets you get to know a lot more about the country of Wakanda. They are so advanced, I'm pretty sure if Tony were to show them his most advanced equipment, they'd just laugh and be like, that's cute. Now let us show you ours. Also, their entire country is full of vibranium, meaning it's not as rare as we thought. Turns out Wakanda just don't want evil to get their hands on it. But now they're like, we can share it. After the credits of that movie, you see that Bucky was just chilling nearby the entire time. And they hint at him possibly becoming the new Batman of Marvel, which you'd already think that that's Black Panther. But according to the interwebs, it's this dude named White Wolf. He just looks like a white Black Panther with a cape. Still looks pretty badass though.
Jeez, what a trip. I'm actually, excited to go see Infinity War now. If you'd have me.
No.
Oh, what the?
I'm kidding. Now all we have to do is just wait, and then we can see probably what's going to be the best movie of all time. This is taking forever! Also, what the frick is up with Thanos being pink?
I like how Adam likes to use the word frick instead of fuck.